Welcome friends. In the video number 2 for the unit 6 dynamic analysis, here we are doing the study of the general dynamic equation. Now in this one we need to understand the difference between a damped force and the undamped force as well as the force vibration. So what is that? Just in a last video we have seen there are the three types of the analysis. One is called the modal analysis, another one is the frequency response analysis, and the third one is your transient response analysis. Now here we would be able to understand what does it mean and where we are using what type of the analysis. Now here you have seen this one is the undamped free vibration, and this is called as the force vibration. This is called as the force vibration. So when we are working on undamped free vibrations, that time the mass is applied, and because of this mass there is this spring is vibrated. This spring is vibrated, and because of this vibration there is a formation of a one curve, and that curve is looks like this one. This curve is looks like this one. So here we could say that this one is the this period, these parameters are the constant parameter, as well as this frequency also the constant one. So what we need to find that okay, what is the natural frequency of a structure. So let us take that this is the structure. This is the structure, which one is fixed at this at a one point. This is fixed at this one point, and when it one is fixed, and if you are struck any hammer on this one, then definitely there is the vibration taken place. If the thickness of a plate is very less, then what you observe that this one is to be vibrating, and when this one is vibrating in this direction, then there is a possibility that when it one is to be vibrated, so if that one is achieving a natural frequency, then there is a no more resonance comes, or the sound comes, and that's resonance held responsible one for the failure of the plate. What I need to tell you that okay, so whenever we are consider a simple linear object, and if we need to vibrated, then definitely we could see this parameter. So this is the conditions for the undamped free vibration process. The differential equation we already studied, that one is okay. So what I mentioned that m mass multiplied by d square x divided by dt square plus k into x is equal to 0. Now the second term, that is the force vibration. Now what is meant by the force vibration? Again there is the spring, there is a mass, but the damper is used. Now because of this damper, we are restricting the vibration. And because of this restriction, there is the change into the natural frequency. So whenever we are interested to find out the responses, that time we need to use the another differential equation, and that differential equation includes the term that is the c into x dash. Now what is that? X dash, that is the c into dx by dt. You already studied in a vibration, that is a double dot means the square of that one, and the single dot is only the derivative of these things. Hence m multiplied by dx square plus divided by dt square plus c into dx by dt plus k into x, that is equal to function of t. So this is the force vibration. Here force vector is not there. Here the force vector is available. Now I hope you understand the clear-cut difference between the undamped free vibration and the force vibration and the governing differential equation. We are main focus on this governing differential equation. You don't be forget of this one, because this plays the very important role whenever we are solving the problem. The last unit, it looks very difficult, but once you are understanding, then that is one is very easy or to solve the problem. So m into dx square by dt square plus c plus dx by dt plus kx is equal to function of t. Now again the two concept, that is the lumped force and the your another one is another force is the consistent mass force. So you have the two terms, that is the lumped forces or the consistent masses applied on a bar. So let us take that lumped bar means what? That is the single bar is simply supported and the load is applied, point load is applied. So this term we knows very well. So whenever the point load is applied and because of this point force, if there is a vibration generated, then that is called as the lumped force. So if the entire mass to be concentrated at the node, then that is called as the your lumped mass system. Then that is called as the lumped mass system. Now the second system is called as the consistent mass system. Now in a consistent mass system, the total mass is distributed uniformly along the length, then that is called as the consistent mass system. So don't be confused with the lumped mass system and the consistent mass system. You already knowing this one, only the names are changing, that's why we are confused with this one. So what is that consistent mass? Consistent mass system is a uniformly distributed load applied on a length, then that system is called as the lumped mass system, consistent mass system. And when the point load, then that is the lumped mass. Now because of this change, lumped and the consistent mass, there is a change into a element lumped mass matrix, element matrix. So here we could say that when the point load is applied, then definitely the reaction taken place at this 2 point, and the reaction is equal to half of this one, half of the total load. So if let us take this is the mass, then here there is a mass m by 2, and this one is also the m by 2, this is also the m by 2. So what we have seen, that m1 is equal to m2 and that m1 m2 is equal to m by 2, that m is equal to, that is the mass is equal to density multiplied by area multiplied by length divided by 2. So this is the rho L divided by 2. So the mass of a bar is equal to rho into A into L divided by 2. Hence my element stiffness matrix, because of we are doing the study of for first degree or the 1D problem, this is the 1D problem. Hence as we are knowing the element stiffness matrix for the spring, that one is included here, multiplied by my mass. So mass rho Al divided by 2 into in matrix of 1 0 0 1. Similar way, when the consistent mass is there, then my element stiffness matrix, element mass matrix is the rho Al divided by 6, divided by 6 multiplied by 2 1 1 2 matrix, 2 1 1 2 matrix. So that I am getting my element stiffness matrix, element lumped mass matrix as well as the element consistent mass matrix is this one. So you need to keep in mind, these are the mass matrices. Now what are the importance of this one? You understand in the next stages, because this plays the very important role when we are solving the problems on the dynamic analysis. So keep in mind, focus on this one, be careful when you are writing the formula. Here there is the 2 rho Al divided by 2 when there is a lumped mass, but when there is a consistent mass, then this one is divided by 6. So don't be confused, because generally I observed whenever you are solving the problems, that time you are not focusing in a right way and you make this mistake, and that's why you are committing this mistake. Instead of 2 you are writing sometimes 6, or instead of 6 you are writing sometimes 2, and because of that one there is a lot of mistakes you carried on. So I hope you understand this one, Now the accuracy, whenever we are doing the FE analysis of a lumped mass process, then the accuracy is less accuracy, but when we are considering the consistent mass matrix, that time the accuracy is much better. Similar way similar way, the estimation of the natural frequency, so when we are using a lumped mass, that time my natural frequency is underestimated, means it one is calculating the lower natural frequency, and while the consistent mass matrix, then it one is the overestimate the natural frequency, means there is a possibility that the actual frequency is this one, so whenever we are using a lumped mass, then it one is calculating a lower frequency, while when we are using a or consistent mass matrix, it one is calculating a overhead upper level of a frequency. So estimation of a natural frequency in a lumped mass is underestimated, while in a consistent mass is overestimated. Now, computation time. The less time is required for the lumped mass, while the more time is required for the consistent mass. Hence, the storage space required for lumped mass is less, while for consistent mass is more. Hence, the use of that, this is not generally used for rotational DOF. Whenever generally we have seen the sometimes rotational DOF, that there is not use, but this consistent mass matrix is used for the rotational DOF. So I hope you understand that these differences between the lumped mass matrix and the consistent mass matrix. So in this video you need to differentiate first of all what is meant by the undamped force and the force vibration, and second definition, that is the lumped and the consistent mass. So and these parameters, that is a element mass matrices is playing the very important role, and once you are focusing on this one, then definitely we would be able to solve the problems very easily. Hope so you are understanding everything. Thank you for watching the video.